What is up, people of YouTube? So, one question I get a lot from you guys is, what's it like daily driving an EVO? Is the EVO a good daily driver? Stuff like that. So I'm here to say, well, show you guys is what it's like to daily drive a Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 10. Personally, I think the car is fine as a daily driver. Man, sun is bright. I was daily driving mine for quite a bit, and I still do from time to time. And I really love every second of it. Being a younger guy, I'm looking for loud, fast cars with stiff suspension. So, having a really bumpy suspension isn't really a concern for me. But I know some people have been in my car and just can't stand the ride. They're just wow, it's really stiff, this and that and that. And I'm just okay, well, this feels freaking awesome to me. I'm race car status right here. So, I'm just gonna pretty much just daily drive. This isn't gonna be a racing video. It's not gonna be a cruising video. It's gonna be daily driving video. So, what I encounter on daily driving scenarios and my reactions to it. So hopefully you guys can form your own opinion about daily driving the EVO. Hope I can help you guys do that. So before I completely kick this off, I just want to say that I have no idea how the angle is. I did a point of view video a few nights ago actually, and the angle is a little high, so I try to tilt the camera down a little bit more. I hope it's not too low, but it should be alright. So yeah. So my car is a GSR model, which is the stick shift, and some people already don't like daily driving stick shift cars. I think it's a nuisance or a hassle. Personally, I don't mind. Any car I've ever daily, including my Forester, is a stick shift, so I drive stick shift daily. I've been driving stick shift for, man, let me see here, 3 years, 3.5 years, every single day of my life. So, and I haven't gotten tired of it yet. I like driving stick shift because I feel a little bit more connected to the car. It's fun, being able to get on a car and just really take it through the gears instead of letting the computer do the work for you. Having a clutch and just getting used to the feeling, and being able to adjust your gear throws and everything like that. It's just cool. I think if you're driving a sports car, depending on what car it is, a manual transmission is always the best route to go. There are cars like GTRs though, however, which are an exception, but we're not talking about GTRs today, we're talking about EVOs. So far, I've just been pulling out of my neighborhood, so I'm just cruising, so there's not really too much going on. The cabin has some vibrations here and there. I noticed once I got my exhaust installed, that caused some vibrations in the cabin because of all the noise and stuff. So I get some interior rattles every now and then, but to me the EVO is a lot more of a raw car. It's not nearly as raw as the older EVOs are, but it's still a pretty raw car. You know how you have those Recaro bucket seats and just this kind of simple laid out interior. Now there are some creature comforts such as this touchscreen navigation, well, not navigation, it's touchscreen radio, which comes standard on all 2014 models, which I had on earlier. You have a nice little clock screen and stuff. You have Bluetooth audio, Bluetooth phone, obviously, FM radio, satellite radio. So that's a nice feature right there. You obviously have AC and everything, and your seats are reclinable and adjustable. They're not power though, but to me it doesn't really matter that much, to be honest with you. I kind of prefer manual adjustment seats at this point in my life. The gauge is pretty nice. You have your steering controls here, which are a nice feature. You have your Bluetooth controls, your volume, your cruise control, which is a nice feature. You have your gauge, which you can cycle through all your different settings here, like your trip settings, your maintenance, your miles to empty. And I like to leave on my super all-wheel drive because I think it kind of looks cool. But yeah, in this car you don't have too much trunk space in the EVO 10. So if you're looking for a really spacious car, that's probably isn't going to be the car for you. It's comfortable sitting in the rear. I've been in the rear of EVOs many times, or the back seats I should say, and it really isn't a problem for me. I'm a taller guy. I'm like 6'2", 6'3", and I was pretty comfortable. But it all depends on how the passenger or the driver, how far up their seat is, because that plays a really big role. And this guy's merging right into me. Sorry, bro. That was kind of my fault. I'm trying to figure out what to do. See, so like I said, we have some cabin noise, but I think that's due to also my aftermarket exhaust system. So it's not really too fair to just say like it's stock. As stock, it's pretty quiet. You know, it's not really droney or anything. Like I said, like I touched on earlier, suspension-wise, I love the suspension on my EVO. I have H&R Super Sport lowering springs on here right now, which ride pretty much like stock, and just are amazing. Stock though, this car was not. I mean, it was pretty stiff stock. You know, it felt like on turns and stuff really good. It was a little bumpy on freeways and stuff, but I like that stuff because if I buy a sports car, I don't want it to be marshmallowy and stuff. I want it to be raw, and I want to be reminded what kind of car I'm in every time I hit a bump or something. I don't want it to be too crazy, but I mean, you know, if I go over railroad tracks and stuff, it's bearable. It's really not that horrible, but I mean, it is bumpier than other cars. Like, I've been in parts of the road where I feel a bump in this car, where I'll be in my friend's car later, and I don't feel that bump at all. So it just kind of puts things in perspective. Touching on the seats, I love these Recaro bucket seats that come standard in the car. This was actually one of the selling points of the car to me. I've always liked this feature of the EVO. I think they're awesome. They fit my body style perfectly. I mean, I should say these seats fit me like a glove. They're super comfortable. On long drives, my butt starts to get a little numb, but that happened on my STI seats also. So I think that's just long road trips. But yeah, I mean, I just really love these seats. They hug you on corners. They're not too intrusive. Passengers generally like them. I haven't really had anybody complain about the seats yet. So I took the turn kind of fast and was on the right gear. But I mean, it's comfortable. You know, it's sporty, but it's not to the point where it's unbearable. So yeah, it's just really a well balanced suspension. It's balanced enough to where it can be daily driven like this and not be insane. But it can also be put through its paces either on the track or back roads. You guys notice I have my aftermarket gauge pod, compliments of Raw EVO, stacked with my AEM gauges. Once again, thanks Chris at Raw EVO for hooking it up on that. But it's aftermarket. I like the way it looks. It's cool. I get a monitor, my oil pressure, my boost, and my air-fuel ratios, which is important to have. But it does not come stock on the car. I just want to clear that up for some of you guys that may not realize that. Just looking around the cabin a little bit, like I said, passenger seat. You have leather wrapping on the sides, which is kind of nice. You have a nice little fake leather material right here on your doors. You have a power window on your driver's side. Power windows all around, I mean, but an automatic roll-up window on your driver's side. You have a Rockford Fosgate sound system in the Sight Sound spoiler package, which I think sounds phenomenal. I love it for my music needs. I'm into music, but I'm not a crazy music guy, and this sound system is really just fits my needs perfectly. Whenever I need to use my navigation, I go Bluetooth on my phone, pull up Google Maps, and have it read out to me through my stereo, with having my phone sitting right here with the maps displayed, so I can kind of glance down every now and then and make sure I'm going on the right path. So, like I said, we have some nice little interior features that are exclusive to 2013 and up models, like this leather right here. Also, this piano black trim is new for the 2013 and up, I believe. I really like this little trim piece. I think it's nice. It's so glossy. It looks classy, and it kind of blends in with the rest of the interior. You have some silver accents over here, like I said, which are pretty easy on the eyes. You don't get a HomeLink mirror as an option, which is it was weird getting used to having to use a garage door clicker again, but it's really not that big of a deal. And yeah, the power of the car. My car is pretty much stock, and it's to the point where it's fun as a daily. It's a really fun daily driver. You know, if you want to get on the car, if you want to get onto an on-ramp quickly, or if you want to, you know, race a random guy on the road, you know, this car has the power to do so, even completely stock. The stock tune is pretty good on this. You have power pretty much up to like 5K. Then, in my experience, if I'm remembering right, it would kind of fall flat on its face after that. But a tune definitely fixes that, and the car is just fun. It's not too much. With my exhaust and the intake, you know, you get those noises when you want, but I can make my intake completely quiet, so no one even knows it's there. You know, it's just a really comfortable car. You have adjustable headlights where you can raise and lower them. You have, in this car, I believe there's xenon headlights with fog lights. You can adjust your gauge brightness and everything. You have a glove box over there. I only say that because my Z glove box is in a weird spot behind the passenger seat. Looking in the rearview mirror, the spoiler is about halfway into the mirror. It looks like it's about an inch thick. In the mirror, it's thicker than that in person, but that's how much it looks like. It's really not that intrusive. You get used to it. Blind spots in this car. The blind spots are not that bad. I mean, if I look over my shoulder, I can pretty much see if there's somebody there, so it's not really an issue. I guess I should say I haven't had an issue with blind spots in this car yet. The steering wheel has a really nice leather wrap on it, which is really comfortable for highway cruising and just driving in general. It kind of squishes into your hands, so it's not like you're having a raw steering wheel. I mean, I don't really know how to explain it. I've driven some cars that have steering wheels that are kind of uncomfortable. This one's comfortable. It's a simple, just U or circle design. I know some cars like the new WRX and STI have that D-shaped steering wheel, which is nice, but this wheel gets the job done. It's simple and, you know, comfortable, which is all that really matters. So yeah, guys, I don't really know what else to touch on. I mean, like, let's say I need to catch up in traffic. You know, you can kind of like roll into the throttle and get some power like that and speed up real quick. But I mean, it's just really a fun car to daily drive. It doesn't get old. Some cars are just too much to be daily driven, like maybe like a Lotus. Those are really just, you know, true sports cars. The older EVOs are more raw, but this car I don't think is to the point where it can't be considered a daily drivable car. People that complain about this car, I think, are maybe a little bit older, or just they shouldn't really be driving this kind of car. Because if you think this car is too hard to daily drive, then you know, you could get like a softer suspension and stuff, but it really isn't that serious. This car is fine as a daily driver. I just really don't see why people complain about it. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, just watching me drive around. Hope you guys got some kind of insight of what it's like to drive an EVO. But yeah, guys, I'll answer any questions you guys may have, and go ahead and leave a comment down below if you have any. And I'm taking video requests, so see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.